turn right and go north on. Let's see here. Okay, if you run up and take a right and go north up this boat route right here between Chigger Ridge and Johnson Camp, if you will run up here to where there's a indention in this timber line, what that is an old pond. And starting in May through July, August, you can come out here about middle of the day and you can throw a Carolina rig and you can catch fish off of this right here. But I found something even more productive, and that is you come out here in June and July, August, and you come up here at 6 o'clock in the afternoon and you throw a spoon, just a spoon, a teardrop spoon, one treble hook, a casting spoon.
Yes.
And you work all around there, and those fish are down there on them humps. It starts at 6 o'clock and it cuts off at 7 o'clock. As we continue to go further west up the Lake Fork Creek side of it, this was Sticky Creek down here, and then this is going to be the east shoreline of White Oak Bay. And I want to go ahead and try to blow this up because I want to talk about this side right here. If you really like the night fish, you can see there's indication that there's some boat docks down here. If you will go down this at night with a black spinnerbait and a black worm or black jig, this is a very productive night pattern right here. It's just right around in boat docks with them lights on them and all that stuff. But let me put a word of caution. If you do decide to go over here and fish this area at night, be very careful of water moccasins and snakes. There's quite a few over here. I don't know why, but there are. So be careful over here. Now let's go a little bit further north, and if we start going into this right here, this area right here, I'm going to zoom this up for us, guys. This is a classic funnel point right here. This has everything working for it that you ever wanted to study on a funnel point. How it's narrow, and it has a feeder creek running into it, and it has 2 contour line changes. Just great stuff. Fish this. Don't spend a lot of time on it, but fish it, because if you're looking for funnel point fishing which will produce bigger fish, this is one of those spots right here. What I'd like to do maybe is show you a side view of what it actually looked like in the old days. You can see the timber line itself going on up the shore itself. This will have 14.5 foot of water coming on top of it right here. Now let's just talk about the very tip, or the very north section of this White Oak, Little White Oak Bay is what it's called. And right here where the Little White Oak Creek runs in, I went up this creek when all of this was nothing but land. The only thing you could do is push your boat with a trolling motor and a push rod up the creek itself. One area that gets a lot of attention is this hump right here that's right off the edge of this creek coming in here. This is a real good hump. It's off the side of this flat out here. It's a good hump, and it serves as a break in the structure that's running parallel with this creek right here. This is before you get to this island here on the west shore here. There's a road that crosses it right here, and I remember in the old days how this was coming up. We'll click on this picture. This is going to be way before you get up there to the road that crosses this way. But this is the actual creek itself, and I went up that when there was nothing but green grass on both sides.
Uh,
And so it was a trip to go up that and to be able to see all of that.
well, that creek kind of goes up there and hides, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Goes up and makes a bend and goes way back up by the red barn.
I think you're right.
It goes up in there and it hides. If you go up higher up into it, up even further, it goes up there. It makes a turn around that land. Right, see right there,
Right there.
right there, and
Okay.
it goes back up in. You go up. You can't see that. You're out in the main body of water. You don't know that goes back up in there because you can only see what looks like a bay back there.
I probably like right there.
You're sitting out there, you don't see that, but once you turn that corner, I've caught some fish, bass and crappie on the way back because that water gets warmer real fast up there because it's protected. It's shallow. It's
What
good
time of
fishing
the
back
year?
there. In February, March.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now I haven't been up there because, for one reason or the other, when I was fishing this really hard, this was not covered underwater.
Yeah.
This 2-foot long extended point.
Yeah, it's there.
Can you tell me anything about that?
Well, no, except just like it shows it right there. It's really covered with stumps. A lot of trees and stumps on it. You have to really get through there by going on the west side of that. You can't hardly get through on the other side. That's only deep enough water to get through to get around that point.
And it's 9 foot in the creek.
It's 9 foot when you get in that creek. It's unbelievable. You're going along there and you think you're fishing 3 or 4 feet of water, and you turn that up into that creek, and it's deep. It's 9 feet deep all the way back to the back of it. It has 9 feet of water in it.
That's why those fish are able to get so far back.
And that's right. They go way back. I don't know how much further that will show you there, but that goes back up in there and just dead ends into a bunch of houses right now. But and there's a place called the Red Barn. It's like Rangewood and Axon's Bath City. The people go stay in a place called the Red Barn back there.
Well, let's go from where we were talking about. Here we
See,
go.
now there shows the whole thing. And that road that comes in from the west, and I don't know what that is right there. It's a little bar up higher. That's the one.
This one right here?
The next one up. I think that's the one right there that brings you back in there to. Well, it might be the one below that.
Mhm.
That's the one that brings you to, I think, where the Red Barn, where people stay there, because it's right on the creek. There's a ramp right there at that place, and you just back right out into the creek.
See,
Good fishing up in there.
See, that's his private ramp.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Creek has hydrilla and
Oh yeah, lots of hydrilla. It's good fishing back in there, both for bass and crappie.
it's good protection.
Excellent. The wind will not bother you back there. I don't care if it's blowing 25 miles an hour.
You can get
If
to
you
it.
turn around that corner right there, you're out of it.
That's good.
And it's about probably, I'm going to say probably 15 to 25 feet across back in there. Not much bigger than that. It's enough for you to go in and turn around.
From shore to shore.
From shore to shore. Some places might be 30, 40 feet, but it's pretty narrow, and there's some good fish in there. I've caught some good fish in there.